Hey everybody, welcome on in to the fourth episode in the My Life series. Today we'll discuss my sixth, seventh, and eighth grade years. Or actually, you know what? Let's keep it to sixth and seventh, or I'll try to keep it to sixth and seventh because those were my my primary like upper pitch grove years. Um, Obviously, I had the middle of fifth grade to the end of that year, and then I was there fully from the rest of fifth grade through the rest of through all of sixth and all of seventh grade. Excuse me. Oh my gosh, I apologize. So yeah, being able to like go to school with Tommy like was really cool. Having me be on the basketball team. Um, the Our middle school basketball team was really was cool for me. Like I've been around sports, obviously being on like Tommy's teams, like being one of my dad's little mini assistants. Um, but this is really my first my first time like not I don't want to say being fully on a team, but being on a team of kind of my own, you know what I mean? Like there wasn't there like I wasn't teammates with Tommy. I wasn't I wasn't I guess being coached by or coaching with my dad. Um so yeah, it was my first real experience of team athletics like on my own. And the lessons it taught me about just about kind of how my style of motivating doesn't always work with everybody. Because I can remember I can remember one time specifically we we played Alloway, um, and they were um I forget they were in pools or they were actually in our pool, in our like playoff pool or like league pool. Um, Whereas Tommy's team was in like pool A or pool B. Like we were in pool C, so we were in the lowest level basically. Um, um, and I remember I remember at halftime I asked the team like a I asked m- I asked my teammates who, keep in mind, were in my same grade, so I thought they would understand like understand what I was trying to say. Like I'm gonna ask you guys a really serious question. Do you guys want to win or do you want to have fun? And they were kind of like laughing and joking around, being like, "Oh, let's have fun." It's like, fuck, no, that's not what like I. It shouldn't have pissed me off, but at the time, like I guess it did, and I guess thinking about it now, it does kind of make me mad. But they were the the guys in my grade like they were they were kind of jerks, honestly. Like I like they were also my like they were my friends, but they were also jerks. Um and like I feel like had I been able to be that was one situation where had I been able to be with Tommy and all his friends, they would have like understood what I was trying to say. If that same situation were to come up, you know what I mean? Just because like Tommy's friends had always hung out with me and like they they really kind of knew what made me tick. Um so yeah, so that was frustrating. But yeah, we played in sixth grade. We weren't very good. Like I as badly as I wanted us to be good. There was there was one team I'll never forget it. It was Fairton Christian Academy, and um like they always whenever we played them, they didn't just beat us, they always kicked our ass. And I was um which which pi- which upset me and it did piss me off. Um but so um but I I always got in and because we were always down by a lot at the end of the game. And then I remember one time we played them at home. I got I got an assist. So that was cool. And then um and then we played them at their place um down by a lot again. Um and then I get subbed in, but this time I was in I was in my my power chair, so I was able to like go up and down the court. And let's see. So I, again I got the I got the assist um to I I I think I passed it to either Kyson or Kevin, who played. I want to say they were our they were our 1 and 2 guards. With me. Um, I was the small forward, and um, I. I passed it to Kyson and then or Kevin, I forget which, and then he made the shot and then we go back down on defense and then um I I think my like I guess technically like maybe like my knee maybe like the ball hit the so if I remember the play correctly, um, like the player on FCA kind of dribbled the ball off like my knee sort of, and then cut and then I saw Cousin pick it up and I I sped down the court, and he he passed it to Brandon, who was one of our who was our either a power forward or a center, and he he made the layup, and and I I let out the biggest like let's go. You ever heard like you ever heard? And then I go back to the sideline. There's 20 seconds left in the game, and we're down by like 10 points. So that we're not we're clearly like not gonna win. Or actually, I forget like the exact parameters, but it's abundantly clear that we're not gonna win. And so I go to Mr. Menzer, who was our head coach, and then Mr. Moore, who was Zach's dad, who was Zach Moore's dad, who was his assistant coach, and I tell them as I go back to the sideline, I basically torched that team. And they just laughed. If Mr. Menzer's with oh God, if he's listening to this podcast episode, he he probably doesn't even remember that story, but I just think it's funny. So yeah, like I and then I always at the like middle school dances, um well obviously at the time and now I was a big fan of Jersey Shore, the reality show. And whenever Nicole Snooki would enter the Shore House, she would say parties here, and that that's always how I entered my middle school dances, by just shouting parties here. Uh, so yeah, middle school Connor was absolutely wild. He was a nutcase, but um, if you talk to the people who actually know me, they'd probably say nothing really changed. And then as kind of the seventh grade wound down, I I started to realize like, oh my God, like maybe Upper Pittsgrove wasn't wasn't necessarily the best place for me. Like I got a great education there, but it wasn't all of the things I needed. Like I needed a school that had the education of Upper Pittsgrove, but also had the like physical and occupational therapy departments of a Widener. You know what I mean? Um, and yeah, my dad and my stepmom, they found a school called called Bankbridge Regional, and that's where I was gonna go for eighth grade, and I was really excited about it. Of course, I was gonna miss my friends at Upper Pittsgrove, but I um but yeah, it was a part of life, and like so I still keep in touch with some of those guys on like social media and stuff, but um yeah, I'm actually gonna leave this My Life episode here. And in the next one, we'll get into my Bankbridge years, which are eighth grade through my junior year of high school. All right. thank you guys for listening to this. And as always, this is my life.